Welcome to the Hero Mastery Start Here playlist. This playlist is going to go over the very foundations of the whole channel more in depth. So this video right now that you're watching is intended to be an introduction to the whole playlist to give you a brief summary of what to expect and the purpose of this playlist. So to start with that, before we actually get into those video overviews, I want to give you just a brief summary of the whole purpose of Hero Mastery, which I went over, again, briefly in the channel welcome video. If you haven't watched the channel welcome video, I would definitely recommend that you watch the whole thing, but here's a quick summary of that right now. The channel welcome video goes over the purpose of Hero Mastery, which is to assist people and help people overcome the crisis of meaning that is occurring in society today, especially among men and young men, but not limited to just them. And we do that by empowering them to overcome this crisis of meaning through being able to take responsibility for reaching their full potential and restoring what was stolen from them from this crisis of meaning, restoring their full potential and therefore a fullness of joy that is possible from reaching one's full potential. So that is a basic overview of the channel welcome video. So let's go ahead and get into this, this video and go over the content for this Start Here playlist. So let's make that smaller for us. Okay, the Start Here playlist intro. So before we go into the actual videos, here are three main themes that you're going to find throughout Hero Mastery as you discover more content here. God is a strong theme in everything that we do here. I believe in God. I come from a Christian background. As you discover more about me and what my beliefs are, then you may or may not agree with that. But I hope that you stick around here and that you're open to truth from wherever it can be found. But you'll find, regardless, a strong theme of God and definitely Christian foundational ideas here, but very different than what you might consider traditional Christianity, depending on what you consider from that. Another really strong theme to go along with that is to make spirituality, religion, faith traditions practical, demystifying those kinds of things and making them very applicable to your daily life. I personally believe that the ladder to heaven and to reaching your full potential to become like God is to live in your daily life as God would be living. That is the ladder to heaven. So we talk about the ideas and how to make that practical. So next theme is who this works best for. Honestly, through my experience of actually working with people, I have found that this content works really superbly well for people in the area of 6 or 7 figure earners. And the goal that we work those folks towards, as well as anybody, but especially it just works really well for those people that find themselves in that situation, is to increase their perceived life value by 20 to 40%, and also their actual monetary value by 5 to 10%. Those numbers can vary, but those are some numbers that I'm seeing a bit of a trend in from my working with people in that category. This information is for everybody. It's not just people in that category, but it does tend to work really well if you find yourself in that category. So videos in the playlist, let's go over them now. The first video is the crisis of meaning, the foundations of the major problem, so that so many of us are experiencing today, the crisis of meaning. What is it? Where does it come from? Who is it affecting? The fundamentals and progression of finding and using meaning in one's life. Next is the code of creation, Hero Mastery's unique methodology, which includes 2 main parts: a new philosophy of life, which is how to understand things as they really are. No, I misspelled that. Understand things as they really are to experience the greatest joy through reaching one's full potential. And a unique implementation method, using the patterns of creation to improve oneself. Pretty interesting. Then the last one here is Hero Mastery's ladder of progression. There are 4 distinct phases of Hero Mastery, which we'll go over those more in depth in that video. So welcome again, and keep going on through the playlist. And I think that you're going to find some really amazing content, and I hope it brings greater meaning, purpose, and ultimately joy in your life. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.